This
Apparently, a
hurt.
Master Chief and Doomslayer crossover episode was pitched to Secret Level, and I'm pissed off that it didn't happen now. Why, Microsoft? Why?
Microsoft hates money and fun.
Apparently.
That was my thought.
You think we didn't take Talk to Halo? Secret Levels, Tim Miller and Dave Wilson have big plans for season 2 and beyond. Oh, so they're going to do a second season?
So I will say though that maybe Microsoft is feeling a little gun shy after their big
Halo show.
Yeah, after
Didn't do so well.
Yeah,
Well,
after Master Chiefs failed.
Well, maybe if they weren't retarded and showed Master Chief's ass and had him boink crypt keeper.
Oh, hey, only Zeus. I appreciate the offer, but I don't have money for that kind of thing. Sorry. Maybe one day, if for whatever reason I become a big brand and I actually can afford to have an editor, hit me up then. But until then, I don't have that kind of capital.
We are currently poors.
Yes,
but
we're
thanks for joining the chat.
We are definitely the poorest. But thanks for joining us in the chat, joining the live stream. Do the follows, like all that good jazz.
That had to be Twitch because I got the other two.
Yes, sorry. That's over on Twitch, by the way. I actually had somebody watching on Twitch for a change. It was neat.
I'm shocked.
I know.
You're
now
making
we are
it
live
big
on Rumble, Twitch, and YouTube, by the way. My hair is all messed up. I had to go rescue my kid. He died. my disability apparently tripped on his own pants and he died. it hurt. It looked like it hurt.
It reminds me.
You saying his finger back?
Ooh.
Yeah, so I was making sure he wasn't broken.
Yeah, no, that reminds me of that. I forget if it's The Office where the really flamboyant guy falls over, hits his knee, and he's like, "I've been murdered."
The really flamboyant guy.
My kids are pretty hardy. They're pretty. What's the word? They can take a lot of damage.
Tonka tough.
I've seen them do it, but sometimes. But anyway, so you were saying?
I've been murdered. I don't know. Totally not looking it up because now I want to know what it's from.
Oh, okay. Anyway, days after the second batch of Secret Level episodes dropped on Prime, creator Tim Miller and executive producer and supervisor director Dave Wilson. Anyway, animated anthology.
Reno 911.
Okay, I was like,
for a second season. I like Reno.
Yeah, it's good.
Considering it tricky business to keep shows afloat in these streaming waters. In addition to Secret Level being somewhat... Yeah, speaking of which, Secret Level just doesn't give me enough.
It really doesn't.
I haven't seen them all yet, but I did start watching several of them, and I was like, I need more.
Right?
Why would you do... Like, the Dungeons and Dragons one? Did you see that one?
I saw part of it.
Okay, spoilers alert. There's Dungeons and Dragons one, and they get to the end and everything. This freaking Tiamat pops out, and they got to fight that fucker. And I'm just like, oh, yes. And then it ends, and I'm like, no! It's just like Mega Man.
Dude, I know. Honestly, that's why I don't want to watch it because
these into real shows,
right? Like, you guys have gold, and what do? You give us bronze.
Robots was okay. The reoccurring short they had of the ones who was essentially touring Earth after humanity no longer existed.
Yeah.
I liked those the most because they essentially were a recurring theme throughout all 3 or 4 whatever seasons it was of Death, Love, and Robots at the time. Because none of the others did, and they all and all the other ones they kind of ended, right? They were short, contained stories that ended, but not with massive cliffhangers that I can remember anyway.
And that's what kills me.
These are like leaving with massive cliffhangers, and I'm like, no, I need more. Damn it!
So I sent you a link in private chat. Of that, I've been murdered. I might have to put that on my soundboard.
You'll just have to put that on your soundboard instead of me trying to play it. Oh,
Okay?
I was murdered.
You were murdered. Okay? You obviously weren't murdered because you're alive and you're basically intact. You weren't murdered, buddy.
Was that you earlier? Was that you a little bit ago?
Yeah, kind of. But anyway, Secret Level takes two of his great loves, blah blah blah, yada yada. Let's see. Let's get to where we're talking about Microsoft.
No, I think that might have been it.
Anyway, so apparently Microsoft was gun shy, which I can understand, right?
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I can understand that them being gun shy because what was the last thing they did with Halo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're not
do so well. Which reminds me, I ran across a TikTok. Yes, TikTok. Okay, of this woman, and she goes, "I get it now." And I was like, what? And she goes, about Halo, I get it now. All you white boys, I understand why you were so upset with the show. Because she hadn't played the games. Like, she played the first 2 or 3 games and hadn't played 4 or 5 all the way through. And didn't quite get it. But apparently she went back and recently played all the Halos. Every one of them, all the way up to the last one before Infinite or whatever it was, right?
That's 5, I think.
And she's like, I finally get it. I understand why you guys were so upset about the show and why when they took his helmet off, you were so irate.
Yeah.
I finally get it because in that one, and she starts explaining the ending of one of the recent Halos where Master Chief doesn't have his helmet on. And you see his eyes, and that's all you see before it goes back on. And the feelings and everything that went along at that very moment, why people were so upset that the show just took his helmet off so he can bang somebody or whatever the fuck it was, right?
They took his helmet off so that he could have less emotional range than the helmet. It was amazing. I was like, when you take your helmet off, you probably should act. That's just my thought. But I mean, it was just disrespectful to the character as it was, like the character embodies this avatar and he was trying to turn him into a person. And I'm like, see, maybe this is why Halo shouldn't be a show like this.
Well, Halo can be a show. It's not like they hadn't produced good Halo cinema.
Yeah, I was saying it shouldn't be a show like this where it's trying to deal with his emotions.
If they want
forward on to Don.
Emotion and people, they follow the soldiers.
Yeah, well,
with Master Chief there, coming in and out. But
so it could have. I was going to say they could have been more like Saturday morning cartoons in the 80s and 90s, where the main character is, not corny like that, but what I'm saying is the lead character, like Optimus Prime or something like that, is more iconic than anything like that. This dude will never cry on camera. He just won't. If he cries, nobody knows about it. Again, make stoicism great again, my guys.
Yes.
But that's what I mean by it. I mean that he is an icon. He is kind of above and beyond that kind of thing, I guess you could say.
So here's the thing. They really can, they have no idea what they have in their hands. Microsoft does.
I'm sorry, Distracted has got jokes today.
That is true.
Al Bundy could have afforded a middle suburban house.
Yeah, I was in Chicago, by the way.
Yeah, in Chicago. Yeah, I can't do that. I can't afford anything in Chicago. I'm lucky I got what I did when I got it.
But okay, so here's what they could do with Halo, and it drove me insane that they went the route they did, because you got a war drama in ODST. Okay, let's start with that. I'm trying to think of a good war drama film, but nothing's coming to mind.
Saving Private Ryan?
Actually, ODST, Saving Private Ryan.
Probably the best one ever.
Okay, so you got that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a horror film with the flood. Yeah, let's just fuck that all up. Let's just not even, let's pretend that
can be its own thing.
Yeah. You have the Master Chief, just an action film. right there, Master Chief kicking ass and taking names. You can have them with other Spartans. You can even have them, banter, whatever, but make it fun action. This is not rocket science. It's common sense that nobody in Microsoft clearly has, because
no, they don't.
Windows 11.
Nobody should have ever greenlit that shit. But anyway,
no, and then they want to shoehorn in like the most mentally retarded things I've ever seen in my life. Like having him take his helmet off, and like Meg said, lack of acting skill. Having him boink his creator, essentially. Like, at least have it be another Spartan or something. No, we're not like.
It's not even necessary in the.
No, it's not
any of it. Again, that's when I talk about like unnecessary sex scenes.
Well, they shoehorn in degeneracy now.
Be in it. You've got to shoehorn it in there. It's uncomfortable. It's not necessary. It's 3 minutes of bullshit that is adding to the story.
I'm gonna take it even a step further. It is fucking offensive. You have offended me as a human and as a fan. Stop.
But anyway, so yeah, I can understand why Microsoft wouldn't be a part of this project.
Yeah, because they're incompetent.
However, with the success of it now, I hope we see some Halo.
I do too, and I hope Creative Control is.
I mean, I know I haven't watched them all, but Tim Miller has did a bang up job with.
Tim Miller is amazing with this.
So I really, really, really wish he would be able to do like an actual show with some of this stuff, or at least be consulted on it or something. I don't know. Be a part of it somehow, some way.
Full creative control. Tim Miller, Microsoft, fuck off.
Do a bang up job with it. I really do. Would Meg like to add anything before we move on?
Yeah, I mean, so I haven't seen it. I'm still behind on life. I know.
I know.
Zio, this is your excuse. Bring up Mega Man.